Hi everyone, good day. I am here in front of you to discuss the globalization and communication and their relationships, the impact of globalization on communication, and the effects of globalization towards the communication. First and foremost, what is globalization? Globalization is the process of interaction and integration among people, companies, and governments worldwide. This unification is driven by the liberation of trade, investment, and capital flow, technological advances, and pressures for assimilation towards international standards. It makes the world more accessible to everyone. The relationship between globalization and communication. Communication is the process where globalization takes place. Without communication, there is not much globalization happening. With our social media, we have opened the gate to better communications across the globe. It is remarkable how many people have traveled around the world. We see bonding going on despite in our differences, and the feeling that we are all connected are very humane to human race. The impacts of globalization on communication. First, we have virtual interaction. Second, we have cultural awareness in speech. Third, the cultural awareness in body language. And lastly, the time differences. So now we have to discuss each of the following. Number one is the virtual interaction. These are interactions that occur in the electronic forums which are part of the online course. For example, email, Messenger, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and many more. Number two is the cultural awareness in speech. It is the knowledge and understanding of the values and norms of different cultural groups, specifically to a culturally and linguistically diverse population. Number three is the cultural awareness in body language. It is the formality of our nonverbal communication that conveys powerful messages. For example, eye contact, gestures, and facial expressions. And lastly, we have time differences. It raised the non-pecuniary cost of travel and communication by causing jet lag among travelers and reducing the amount of time in the normal working day. For examples, telephone conversation and video conferencing. The effects of globalization on communication. It pertains to the availability of information via internet or other worldwide information services. It can work both ways. It is easier to learn about natural disasters so that if you are heading into that area, you can be advised. On the other hand, people can push a button and send a message of hate to anyone, anywhere, without having to face the consequences for their potentially dangerous information or action, cyberbullying for instance. So, globalization is a two-edged sword depending upon how it is used. We could not avoid communication, but we can manage to become more useful in avoidance from negative effects due from globalization, like the way to filter and comprehend news and information from the internet.